The Long Island Railroad is a commuter train system that transports millions of people a month between New York City and the Long Island suburbs.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand behind the yellow safety lines, track 5.
Despite the fact that the railroad has won national awards for employee safety in recent years, a New York Times investigation has discovered an epidemic of occupational disabilities in the workforce. Virtually every career employee who retires from the railroad, as many as 97% in 1 year, applies for and gets a monthly disability check. According to analysis of federal records, former Long Island Railroad employees have collected nearly $250 million in disability payments since 2000. And it's not just engineers, conductors, and other blue-collar workers. White-collar managers are doing it as well. The Times presented these findings to Helena Williams, president of the L.I.R.R.
They leave Long Island Railroad, from our perspective, a healthy person going out to enjoy their retirement. And within a short period of time, they are able to qualify for an occupational disability. Suggesting that they're no longer capable of performing in the railroad industry. The Long Island Railroad has a unique situation. Unlike many other railroads nationwide, the Long Island Railroad has a closed pension plan that allows employees to reach full retirement at age 50.
Soon after retiring, most employees file for occupational disability. Here in Chicago, the Federal Railroad Retirement Board rules on railroad disability claims, and partly due to provisions in the law, almost everyone is approved.
Well, I think the acceptance rate is 98%, so the rejection rate, obviously, 2%. It's almost non-existent.
With their pension and an average disability payment of $3,000 a month, some retired L.I.R.R. employees in their 50s can earn roughly the base salary of their old jobs without having to work. While some of the retirees undoubtedly have legitimate disabilities, the sheer numbers raise questions about whether hundreds of others are abusing the system. The Times compared the disabilities claimed by retired L.I.R.R. workers to those claimed by workers at Metro North, another New York City commuter rail, with a workforce of similar size and composition. From 2001 through 2007, under the disease category arthritis and rheumatism, there were 753 cases of retired L.I.R.R. workers claiming this disability, and only 32 from Metro North. For certain diseases of the musculoskeletal system, there were 850 L.I.R. workers claiming this disability, and only 49 from Metro North. We asked the Railroad Retirement Board about our findings.
How does one account for such wide disparities?
I don't know.
I don't think we know that.
Railroad retirement officials say that the burden of proof for occupational disability is set by Congress.
What we try and do is administer the law as best we can the way it's been written.
Under the federal rules, retirees can legally claim disability for jobs after they retire, and those disabilities don't have to be work-related. In fact, at the L.I.R.R., white-collar managers have been taking advantage as well, like the L.I.R.R.'s Deputy General Counsel, the Employment Manager, and the Director of Government and Community Affairs. All claimed occupational disability after they retired.
Be it as an engineer or be it as a manager at a desk, you can qualify. In reality, you just have a perfect storm, which may be creating this drain on the coffers of the pension fund.
During the week, it's not uncommon to find dozens of Long Island Railroad retirees with occupational disabilities here, at Long Island's Sunken Meadow Golf Course. As disabled workers, they golf for free, courtesy of New York State taxpayers. Joe Rutigliano is a retired Long Island Railroad conductor and former union official.
The Railroad Retirement Board provides a criteria. If you have the physical impairments that they say you can't perform your railroad occupation, you get one under the law.
Rutigliano says he crushed his back in an accident at home.
I was a railroad conductor. Okay, I climbed up and down engines, I uncoupled cars, I climbed ballast, I worked the trains. I needed to use my legs, my back every day. And since 1988, I worked with a bad back.
He retired with a regular pension over a decade later at age 52, and like hundreds of other former Long Island Railroad workers, applied for occupational disability.
The law provides this. They went to doctors. The doctors don't lie. They got x-rays, MRIs. They have bad backs. They have hearing disabilities, and and under the law, they got an occupational disability.
It is 5:32. Please stay clear. The closing train goes on track 21. All aboard track 21.
Losing so many workers to occupational disability cost the Long Island Railroad money in overtime, training replacements, and early pension payments, all at a time when passengers face yet another fare increase, and the railroad's parent, the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, is seeking more taxpayer support, already $500 million a year, to cover a huge budget gap.
But if you've managed to work for 30 years, get to full retirement at age 50, and have this opportunity that appears to be open and available to you by railroad retirement to document, maybe what is just plain old wear and tear on your body. I mean, let's face it. If railroad retirement is accepting that as a disability, then we have to question what is railroad retirement standard.
After the Times presented its findings to Helena Williams, she sent a letter to the Railroad Retirement Board in Chicago, asking why so many Long Island Railroad retirees were claiming disability.
Some people may say, well, they're abusing the system. But like I explained before, that is what the statute says, and that is the system. And if Congress wants to change the statute and raise the threshold, that's up to Congress. That's not up to us to do.